Hello, how are we doing, Reds? Hope you're all having a lovely day. It's nice and sunny in Liverpool, which is not too bad. You got to take in the rays that you get anyway, especially me. Considering, playback. That's a rookie mistake. So, it's a sad day, everyone. Let me know if you have watched the Sadio Mane video. 15 minutes. I wasn't crying because I've got used to it. As a kid, you learn to love these players, and we all do. But as you get older, it's just they're not just any other player. I think you do get attached to a lot of them. But I've learned when in the very early age, Fernando Torres. I was very naive back then when I was very young, but you learn. Suarez left, Gerrard retired. Well, he left. He went to MLS, which he should have retired at Liverpool, but that's a whole nother show in itself. But let me know your thoughts. As I said, I'll pose a question, and if you are watching on the repeat as well, let me know your favourite Sadio Mane moment. There's the Allianz one. There's his first goal for Liverpool Football Club at the Emirates, cutting him that right hand side, playing that right wing and scoring a tremendous goal. And you're like, he was potentially, and he was, a lot of people have said, the catalyst for this Liverpool team. In reality, he transformed Liverpool into title challenges, propelled us to an elite level in terms of world football, in terms of our standing. So let me know your thoughts. There's plenty of Mane moments. That probably, if you had to pick one, it has to be obviously the Villa goal. So when we won the league, when we scored those two goals in the space of 5-6 minutes, it was such an integral game. I remember obviously listening to it with my dad in the kitchen, and obviously watched the highlights off the back of that result as well. And it was just so pivotal, especially the moment. And obviously a lot of people will pick the Allianz goal, but for me, it was just that game and that goal. Obviously watched on Match the day after with my dad. The sheer brilliance and the never say die attitude of Sadio Mane. Obviously, yes, he's went to Bayern Munich, and we all wish him the best. As I've said, a lot of players have left Liverpool Football Club, but I think all of us, he goes with all our love. The fact that he invited Liverpool TV into his home, a lot of players that have left Liverpool have went with burnt bridges. In reality, we don't really need to mention the names. We all know those players that have left Liverpool. But Sadio Mane, we've all seen the interview. If you haven't, go and see it anyway. It's free to watch anyway on Liverpool's website. But he said he will be with Liverpool, one of Liverpool's biggest fans. Obviously the amazing fans around the world, and you can see from his emotions, he's done his best. We've got 40 odd million for him, 35 million anyway, whatever that total does come to. We've not lost him on a free. It's sad for him to see a player of that quality, most importantly, leave the football club, but he hasn't left us really in a predicament where we're struggling to replace him, because I'm pretty sure Sadio behind closed doors, and it's quite obvious that considering that we brought Diaz in, yes, Spurs went in for him, but Sadio Mane told Liverpool Football Club, by the sounds of it, a couple of months, a good 6 months, 12 months prior to him moving to Bayern Munich this summer, that Liverpool needed to make the move. And I think that's 100% why we did go in for Diaz. Yes, Tottenham went in for him, but Mane didn't put Liverpool in a position where we were left scratching our heads going, oh, who to replace him with? Mane was like, yeah, his aspirations of wanting a fresh challenge, which you can always expect. He's won everything on offer at Liverpool Football Club. And for me, he is a Liverpool legend. I grew up listening to stories from my dad when he used to go to COP in his area, when he was my age, and watching the great Liverpool legends. But John Barnes, the Echoes, obviously, I didn't grow up in a period of him, but judging from the documentaries I've watched, people have listened to as well on their podcast as well, and that generation, he was something special. But Sadio Mane, for me, in my lifetime, has been absolutely phenomenal down that left-hand flank. And for me, in my time, 27 years on this planet, he is Liverpool's best left winger. And hopefully Diaz has got a very long way to go to eclipsing Sadio Mane. But I tell you what, He wins a couple of trophies, a couple of Premier Leagues as well. But we all will not forget Sadio Mane, and quite rightly we shouldn't. But as he said, he'll be looking on Liverpool's results after he finishes the game at the Allianz Arena and going, "How Liverpool getting on?" And that's how it should be. He's respectful, and we all love him anyway. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, what your favourite Sadio Mane moment was as well. How are we doing, Ravi? Thank you very much for tuning in, mate. The only two players for me I was gutted about leaving was Fowler and Gerrard as well. 100% there. Ravi, you lane as well, innit? I was quite... When you're a kid, you try and get attached. You do get attached because you're young and you're naive, but as I said, Torres learned me a good lesson. Anyone can go to any club anyway. And the fact that he did go to Chelsea, and we did get the better years of Torres, but obviously we got 50 odd million for him at that time as well, when his hamstrings were absolutely shredded to bits anyway. Yes, lad, I'll be gutted about Mane, but I will always support him. There was gone. He was not just mine, but he was everyone's favourite Liverpool player. Obviously, he was a massive Mane fan as well, mate. Yeah, Andrew, he was easily what I think he was, yeah. He was more or less my favourite. Even Salah. But what I loved, everyone, and if you are watching on the repeat as well, it was that Champions League final. Obviously, we got beat by Real Madrid the first time, obviously, and then the following season, we come back and won it anyway. But that first Champions League loss under Jurgen Klopp, it just highlighted how good Sadio Mane is. He was a man for the big occasions. He regardless of how bad the team was playing within certain games, yes, he wasn't getting Salah numbers every single season, but what you did get with Sadio Mane, and yes, he didn't play his best last year, and he's openly said that. But what you did get is he knew what it meant to play for Liverpool Football Club, and we've seen many players come into Liverpool and not really understand before Jurgen Klopp come in. Obviously, the infrastructure that is in place at Liverpool Football Club now. Every single player is blessed to play for the club, but most importantly, if they come into Liverpool now, you've got to have the right characteristics, really, and you've got to have the right attitude. And Sadio Mane embodied that from the first moments in which the hat-trick he scored against us when he's playing for Southampton. We all remember that, and we're like, this fella's not too bad, is he? And then it's the notion of you play well against Liverpool sign you. And I tell you what a player we've had, and what a player Bayern Munich are getting. I'm not buying into this notion of him decreasing. He's 30 odd years old. I'll bring up his stats in a little second. I tell you what, he will go to Bayern Munich and absolutely light the Bundesliga on fire. Yes, Bayern are losing Robert Lewandowski. He's been absolutely phenomenal, but considering the attributes in which he showed over the seasons in which he has been, not just at Liverpool, but at Southampton, when he did got that move from Salzburg to Southampton at that time in 2014-15 season as well. His first Premier League season, he got 10 goals, 3 assists and 30 appearances for Southampton, and then he bettered that by 11 goals and then 7 assists. But absolutely spot on. I'll miss him, but life goes on. Liverpool Football Club will continue to turn over, even if whatever does happen in the next 12 months with Mohamed Salah. We love him to bits, and hopefully, if he is to go, he goes in the right manner, similar to Sadio Mane. There's no handbags, none of this stress. I just hope it doesn't get toxic with Salah, because it hasn't with Mane, and that's how it should be, really, considering the play, how much these lads have put in, season out, off the pitch work as well, what he's done for his homeland. It's been absolutely phenomenal, and the work in which he's done for Liverpool in and around the city as well. That really doesn't, and that doesn't get a lot of recognition. But modern day footballers, yes, they get paid millions, but they do so much, not just Liverpool, but even the Everton players and modern day footballers, especially in England, do so much work off the field. But it's absolutely fantastic, Sadio. Mane going is gutting, but but it's a new day and a new dawn, 100% there, Ravi, as well. Also, was disrespecting. Yeah, it's fans on Twitter, actually. Sadio knows we all love him anyway. you only have to listen to that 15-minute interview. You can tell by the tone of his voice and the way in which he's represented Liverpool over the 12-month period in which we've had. And he could have scored as our equaliser against Real Madrid, hit the post, but sometimes that's life, isn't it? And big up. How you doing, John? Thank you for tuning in, mate. Hope you're well. Getting a bit better, John, but thank you for the comments as well and everyone. Mane is a top baller. He's done so much for us. 100% there, Ravi, as well. Tommy, how you doing, mate? All right, fella? Thanks, Mane, for everything he's done for us, our club, and wish him nothing but the best going forward. And as well, Ginny, speaking to you, was it last night or the night before? Obviously, in our video, as I said, I do tend to reply to every single one of you as well. So I appreciate everyone. If you are watching this on the repeat, get your comments in, and I will be replying to all you in terms of your thoughts on Sadio. I go for another minute because we've got 2 shows planned tonight. With Garage Football, we made Bill talking about Sadio Mane as well, and obviously Dugout Football channel as well. Will be on his channel from 7 onwards as well. Cannot wait for that. But Ginny, yeah, little bit of a tear come out anyway. He's absolutely gutted. Mane, Salah, Tom, interesting. But for me, I'd agree with you there. In reality, if you are playing a one-off game, Mane was something else, mate. It's absolutely phenomenal. Yes, Salah's got, probably the stats outweigh him, but in terms of the crunch games, at the back end of this season, it was Mane, yes. But judging everyone, that's we're in the show for another night. I'm getting the feeling Liverpool are brewing up for a Salah contract. Take 2 seconds and go on Liverpool social media over the last hour. They're like, oh, Salah. Rightly so, because Salah is our main man now. And I think for me, Mane, if you had aspiration, which he does, of winning the Ballon d'Or, not that he's coming out with Salah's shadow, but I think for his own personal benefit, I think he personally needed to leave Liverpool in terms of, not that we wanted it, but in terms of his personal goals of potentially winning Ballon d'Ors in the future. I think it's helped. Not that they would publicly say it, because they both love each other, but in terms of both players as an individual winning these collective individual awards, I think it will help Mane from a personal point of view in terms of any of these awards or winning Champions Leagues as well. Obviously, the best place to be in world football to win a Champions League is either Real Madrid, we joke about Man City, but you've got a phenomenal team. They're not going to go away. And Liverpool Football Club. And obviously Bayern Munich, it's a big powerhouse in German football as well. Over recent times, obviously they beat Paris Saint-Germain a couple of seasons back anyway in the Champions League final. Well done, Bayern. Which is good. All right, John Fella, or good over there. Tom, bet you're enjoying the Greek weather anyway. It's bloody boiling, which is fantastic. It's going to be 30 degrees in Liverpool tomorrow, supposedly. We'll find out if we get clouds tomorrow. But Mane still got another 3-4 years at the top. Yeah, 100%, John. The modern day footballer now, the modern day science, I think in the next 10 to 15 years, I think the longevity of players will, and the contracts will get even bigger. Because obviously modern day science and modern day, you only have to see the work in which Liverpool are doing behind closed doors in terms of the recuperation of the likes of Naby, likes of Matip as well. Harvey Elliott, it's getting a lot better. But Sadio, Liverpool sure add more quality top. Do you think not getting a midfielder? Not going to talk about a midfielder today, Ravi. This is for Sadio Mane. But thank you for your comment, La. This is all about Sadio. I've got a football training now. Have a good time, Andrew. Thank you for tuning in. Got to go, fella. Nice one for that, mate. But is overpriced. Shouldn't have lost Mane. Shingal, thank you for your comment, mate. Nunez isn't overpriced, and due to the modern day market, I think the only player in recent times, in recent history, that has warranted their price was Cristiano Ronaldo going to Real Madrid for in and around 80 odd million at that time. And then Gareth Bale probably justified his fee. because he's walked away with a couple of vital goals for Real Madrid in Champions League. So we'll find out. For me, Nunes is worth every single penny. And it'll be all these Chelsea fans and all the rival fans going, you spent this. I think you were saying this about a certain Sadio Mane when we signed him, and a certain one season wonder on the right wing for Liverpool. Not too bad. Salah hasn't done so. Yeah, not too bad. And the fact that we've got the money back for Mane, which is absolutely fantastic. But yeah, I'll just quickly bring up, obviously, the stats-wise from Sadio Mane anyway, before we do shoot off anyway. This is a statistical breakdown in terms of his performances for Liverpool anyway. Obviously, he's got his Champions League record on the left, and then you've got his Premier League record, well, his league, i.e. his league for obviously Salzburg, his Southampton days as well, and his goal record really has been absolutely phenomenal, really. In reality, he did win the Premier League Golden Boot one season. I think he tied with Aubameyang and with Salah anyway, so he done absolutely fantastic. The records for Sadio Mane last season: 16 goals, 2 assists, and yeah, you could say it's increased, but what stats don't pick up are on the field performances in reality. In terms of stats, don't take into account everything within a football game. It only tells you one stat, obviously, in terms of the goals and the assists, but in terms of performances, he was never injured, was he? In reality, Sadio Mane. Obviously, on the left-hand side is the graph, obviously, his time at Salzburg for the Champions League, and in terms of, obviously, the Europa League football. But what I love, most of his Champions League goals, everyone, the majority of them come in knockout football. And I think if you, apologies, I couldn't get the graph up, couldn't really find it anyway. But his knockout goals in comparison, in reality, very close to in Messi, Ronaldo. Well, Messi and Ronaldo are up there in terms of knockout goals, but in terms of Robert Lewandowski as well, Mane, for his knockout goals, he's in the top 5. He's in top 5 to 6 anyway. He's been absolutely phenomenal. I love Mane. Wish him all the best. But as I said, everyone, Liverpool Football Club will continue to run, and others will have a little cheeky eye on Sadio. Hopefully he does the best for his career as well. As long as Jurgen Klopp said today in his press conference, as long as he doesn't score against Liverpool, then that sounds. If he does well and knocks out Real Madrid in the Champions League, but you know, how would you feel if we played Sadio Mane? It's written on the wall that we'll get Bayern in the knockouts in it. Well, in our group next season. I'd love it to see Sadio Mane come back, and I'm hoping he does get a proper send off, a full Anfield. I'm pretty sure Klopp and the lads will invite Liverpool Football Club and invite Mane back to Anfield for a proper farewell, a full packed Anfield, and say a massive thank you to him, because absolutely phenomenal. We all love him anyway. But quickly rattle through all your comments anyway before we do shoot off. I know I've got shows planned tonight, so if you're watching this on the repeat, get your comments in. Leave your favourite Sadio Mane goal or moment. Really, what did you love the most about Sadio Mane playing for Liverpool Football Club? As I said, it was never say die attitude. It was the man for always the big occasions. As I said, a lot of people will be picking that Allianz goal, and quite rightly, that all of us were watching, or if you went the game at the Allianz, it was magic, sheer, absolute bloody brilliance. It was typical Mane, the unexpected nature of Sadio Mane. Sometimes when you get the ball and you don't know what to expect, he can bang it left bin, top bin, right bin, through the middle, bottom low. It's the clinical nature of him in certain moments. He was ice cold in the big games as well. Mane will be a success at Bayern, but it's not a new challenge as it's odds that they will win the Bundesliga for the 11th year running. After saying that, I wish him all the best. 100% there, Phil. As he said, he's expected, as you said there, mate. He's got. It would have been more of a challenge if he went to Dortmund or like a Mainz or a Werder Bremen. I don't even know if Werder Bremen's still in the Bundesliga. But as 100% there, mate. But I think for Bayern, I think if he's going, He wants to win the Champions League at Bayern, most importantly. I mean, that's one thing Bayern Munich football, Bayern as a club, the expectations, as you would expect, being the big club in Germany, they've been really disappointed in Europe. And what Sadio Mane does is get you goals in knockout football and goals. I'd say he won't replace Robert Lewandowski, but if Mane does get the service, it'd be interesting to see if he does play on the left. But I think considering if they are losing Lewandowski this summer, potentially Mane through the middle, be interesting. We'll always be watching with interest of where Sadio Mane does play. If you're watching on repeat, let me know. Do you think, obviously, Mane's career at Liverpool was always majority down that left-hand side. Obviously, he did start those early years down that right-hand flank, and then we brought in Salah, and then we shifted him over to the left, and then we brought in Diaz this season, shifted him through the middle last season in January, and picked up that new position. But Sadio, he hasn't whinged one bit. In reality, he's not a player to do that. Liverpool will now get Salah's deal come. He will give Mane's wages plus bonuses. Be interesting, John. As I said, I think something's rumbling in the background. I don't know, no. Never say that I do. But there's something, just go and have a look on Liverpool's Twitter today or the last hour. Something's happening anyway. Mane, whatever happens in his careers going forward, will always be one of our legends. Philip, 100% there, mate. Stay. All right, Jack. Thank you very much for tuning in, mate. We'll be speaking to you very soon. Cannot wait for that. Hopefully you're well, every single one of you as well. Tell Doug, are we watching this? Yeah, will do, mate. Hope your dad is feeling better, mate. Give him my best. Thank you very much for that, Steve. Really do appreciate it. I'll speak to you very soon, fella. And so with this money for Sadio and Taki, Nunes is nearly paid for in terms of the initial fee. So is that if North? No, we've got a long way to go, a very long way to go. But I think, as we've said, North, since I've been doing YouTube, when we talked about transfers, and there was a lot of journalists over the last couple of years. You say Liverpool are not going in for players, but you only people that really know a Liverpool Football Club and Jurgen Klopp. If a player becomes available, same with Diaz in last season, especially if someone goes in for a target that Liverpool have identified over the last couple of seasons, Liverpool have got money, and especially the business. If we get rid of Nico for about 10 to 15, what have we got? 15 million for Taki, spaced over a couple of seasons. We bought him for what, 7-8 million, couple of seasons ago anyway. So Liverpool, as well as buying players for the right price, the fact that we got Mane for what, 30-odd million at that time from Southampton, Salah for 30-odd million, everyone was going, oh, that's expensive. No, it wasn't. It was, when you look at the revolutionise in terms of the prices will continue to go up regardless if it's Liverpool signing players. The modern day football, what you will see, and what Liverpool have got well, and we all know this, is our bang for the buck. Liverpool have done so well in terms of getting the best value for players going outwards and players for incoming. You're looking around Europe, we know the business. The fact that Lukaku has gone back to Inter for 8 million loan fee. He spent, what, 88, 89, 95 million or whatever it was. Supposedly he was meant to help Chelsea win the league last season. That went well, didn't it, boys? But yeah, North, it's not business concluded. It'd be very foolish if Liverpool went publicly. We'll say our business is done, but Liverpool will never finished in the transfer window until the transfer window is shut. And most importantly, I thought it was ready for Mane leaving, but now it's really hit home. Yeah, of course. Yeah. But life goes on in it. Yeah. The firm anyway. Mane said he will be a Liverpool's number one fan. 100% there, Sebastian supporters. He would like to come back to Liverpool in the future. Yeah, he wants to come when he's like 31. Yeah, he's still got his house in Liverpool, which he'll probably rent out for any potential new players coming in. Obviously, he's on the property ladder, Sadio, by the looks of it anyway, which he would do. Makes money anyway. If you don't want to be leaving like a couple of £1 million mansion in Liverpool or Cheshire, wherever he lives. I don't even know where he lives, but a lot of the football players live in Cheshire. I think it is anyway, because it's close off the motorway, so ideally for them. But yeah, he will be visiting, and I'm pretty sure he's always welcome, Sadio. The price yesterday is not the same today. Yeah, 100% there, 100% nail on, bang on there, mate. Wish people stop trying to say we're paying on money. Yeah, John. Yeah, Steve. Yeah, they do, Steve. Yeah, Formby. It'd be interesting. Yeah, Formby by Formby Golf Course. Anyway, it's very, very posh round Formby ways. Anyway, I used to live there. Steve's got an absolute mansion there. Oh, good lad. Steve, yeah, spot on. But Mane is a. On that note, then. But Reds, thank you very much for tuning in. It was only going to be a short one anyway, but we all do. We love Sadio, Super Sadio, running down the wing. The cop I'd sing, Mane. Where I'll go with Super Dudes. That will continue to get shouted anyway, especially if he is scoring against the Manx in the Champions League or whatnot. Anyway, he'll always be a Liverpool legend anyway. But yeah, no, it's a beautiful place, Formby anyway, and it's we all know that. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below as well, everyone. Look after yourselves, as I said. Most importantly, look after yourselves. Enjoy it. Let me know. I think the friendly tickets go on sale. Is it tomorrow? Chat as well. I'll have a stream tomorrow. Most importantly, I will be live with Doug from the Dugout Football Channel from 7 p.m. tonight. So please do head over, support Doug and the boys, and I will be on with my good West Ham mate, Bill. He's doing a show at very soon in the next 20 minutes. That's our football. Hopefully you see it there. Most importantly as well. But thank you very much, John, as well. Thank you to Steve, yeah, of course, as well. Sebastian North as well, Steve. So many bloody Steves, absolute bloody legends. Every single one he is Phil. And if you have missed your comment, I really do apologise. I haven't done that on purpose. But Reds, if you are watching on the repeat, leave me your Sadio Mane favourite moments. As I said, there was that many bloody to count. But as I said, if you have to pick one, it was me and my dad listening to the radio in the kitchen when we won the league. That game at the Villa, when we scored, him and Robbo scoring goals like in the space of 5-6 minutes. As I said, his first goal for Liverpool, probably is his best goal for Liverpool. His goal at the Allianz, magic. So many to choose from. Over 100 odd bloody goals, but we'll cherish them. But Liverpool move on. Hopefully, our little Colombian anyway is scores even more goals, hopefully, than Mane. But Mane, all the best, fella, in Germany. Look after yourself, mate. I'm speaking like he's watching this. He won't be, but Sadio, take care, mate. Take care. Stay anyway. Thank you for tuning in, mate. Really do appreciate it. And every single one of you, look after yourselves. Have a good day in work. Try and enjoy the sunshine. Hopefully, you aren't stuck in. I tell you what, if it is 30 degrees tomorrow on Merseyside, I'll tell you what, I'll need some sun cream anyway. That's putting it lightly anyway. Me being a ginge. But everyone, look after yourselves. Thank you, most importantly, every single one of you for tuning in. I will be live tomorrow for another episode as well. But Sadio, please don't put yourself through it, everyone. You'll end up bloody crying again. But as I said, Sadio, all the best in Germany, fella. And he will be bloody pulling up trees in Germany. He will do absolutely phenomenal stuff there. But everyone, look after yourselves. Enjoy the sunshine. And as always, Reds, you'll never walk alone. And thank you for all the continued support, as always. And I'll see you tomorrow for another episode at 6 p.m. UK GMT time. And hopefully, as you see us then, you never walk alone, Reds.